Hello, welcome to this episode of Money and Politics. Today's episode focuses on union political spending in the election cycle of 2024, which includes the preceding year. We focus mainly on how much money international unions spend in politics based on the disclosures they made in their financial disclosure reports filed with the U.S. Department of Labor as required by law. I'm Merrick Masters, a professor of business emeritus, commentator, podcaster, and author, and you can find me at my YouTube channel at Merrick Masters. Today's September the 27th, 2025. A little bit of background. If you want to know how the money unions spend in politics may end up affecting elections, you need to follow that money from reports that they make in terms of how much they spend to where that money actually goes. Federal law, it's important to note, forbids unions from contributing their treasury monies, including dues and other sources of revenue, directly to federal candidates' campaigns. But they may contribute to so-called super PACs, what are called independent expenditures or outside spending, and this is money that is contributed or expended and not made in coordination with federal candidates' campaigns. Super PACs may spend their money on a variety of political activities in support of candidates. Technically, according to Open Secrets, a reliable source on federal election spending, known as independent expenditures only committees, super PACs may raise unlimited sums of money from corporations, unions, associations, and individuals. This table shows the amount of money that international unions in 2023 and 2024 spent on politics. It shows that in 2023, 108 international unions spent over 403 million. In 2024, 111 spent nearly 510 million, a total over the two-year cycle of nearly 913 million. The top 30 unions that international unions spending in 2024 alone was 478.8 million, or nearly 94% of the total spent that year. The top 30 international unions ranked by political spending from their financial disclosure forms in 2024 are reported here. You can see, for example, that the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees spent the most, over $64 million reported, and that was 30% of their net expenditures in that year. The Service Employees, another public sector union, spent over 53 million, or slightly above 16% of its net disbursements on political activities. The National Education Association spent over 39 million. The teachers, the American Federation of Teachers, spent over 38 million, or close to 16% of its net disbursements on politics. Now, taking a look at the top political spender in 2024, AFSCME, this table reports on the direct recipients of AFSCME's political spending. Note that the recipient here is For Our Future Action Fund, which received two payments of $3.5 million in total in 2024. Other payments were made to the Senate Majority PAC, the House Majority PAC, etc. A little bit about For Our Future Action Fund. It's a separate entity whose mission it is to mobilize and empower people and community organizations. A related organization is For Our Future PAC, a super PAC, which uses state-of-the-art modeling and data analytics to identify most effective ways to reach voters. You can see that the top recipients of For Our Future Action Fund is For Our Future, the super PAC. The top 10 donors for our Action Super PAC, they receive money not only for our Action Fund, for our Future Action Fund, but also from the Service Employees International Union, the National Education Association Advocacy Fund, and the American Federation of Teachers Solidarity. For our Future Super PAC, raised a total of $12 million in 2023-2024 and spent $16 million. You can see here that in terms of independent expenditures, most of the money went to Democrats. A paltry $132 went to Republicans. This is a report from Open Secrets on the total amount made by industry sectors in contributions to federal campaigns and candidates through independent expenditures and directly through PACs to parties, Democrats and Republicans. You can see that labor spent a total of $288 billion in that election cycle, a portion of which was spent through traditional political action committees, which can make contributions to parties and candidates' campaigns. Here's a breakdown of the top contributors in 2023-2024. You can see the list here. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation. Stay tuned for more episodes. Thank you and have a good day.